Because it's a new build, it is, very economical to heat, and it's got good facilities here. And it's also, there's communal areas so people can meet and have, coffee or, meet up together, as well as, having their own front door and having their own privacy as well. And there's care staff around as well, so that they can come and give them some care if that's what's required. Helping people to downsize, have a better quality of life, because it wasn't just about moving people on, it was to give people a better quality of life. And also to help provide for those families who are on our housing list as well.
Hello, I'm Toby Fox from 1.5 Million New Homes, the Local Government Challenge, sponsored by Redloft and Bugler Developments. And I'm visiting a different council every month to find out what works and what needs to change to get more homes built. And this month, I've come to Stevenage in Hertfordshire. And I've come to talk to Cllr Jackie Hollywell and Ahmed from Stevenage Borough Council about a development at Kenilworth Close.
I'm Jackie Hollywell, and I'm the Councillor for Housing and Housing Development here at Stevenage Borough Council. So my role is I'm a member of the Cabinet, and I also have some responsibilities looking after our housing stock, but also about developing houses and providing houses for the residents of Stevenage.
And where are we?
We're currently in our fantastic new independent living scheme called Brodie Court, here in Longmeadow area of town. And this was opened just over a year ago now. It's currently got about 88 flats within it, mainly for people over 50 plus. Some are one bedroom, some are two bedroomed. So that it's a fantastic new development that we've built here in Stevenage.
And that's part of a 231 flat scheme?
That's right, yes, because before on this site we had an old community centre, some shops, some old flats and an old sheltered accommodation for older people. And it really needed to be redeveloped and brought back into the 21st century, basically. Because we've got an increasingly older population, and we needed to provide for that, but also to provide for our community generally as well.
Jackie, tell me a bit about the pressure on housing.
Our housing stock has a lot of people, older people within it, and some of them have been living here for many, many years, but were living in old family houses, 2-3 bedroomed houses. Their family had moved on, and so it was important that we provided for them going forward into their old age, so that they had better provision and
more suitable,
on ground floor or at one single floor, but with people looking after them and looking out for them as well. But it also meant that it released some of our housing stock as well, because we have got a waiting list. We've got a waiting list of about 1,500 people here in Stevenage. A lot of them are families, looking for family homes. And that is something that we are struggling with here in Stevenage to provide. So this was one way of providing that, in that helping people to downsize, have a better quality of life, because it wasn't just about moving people on, it was to give people a better quality of life. And also to help provide for those families who are on our housing list as well.
But in order to do that, you've got to give them something aspirational, haven't you? Something
Absolutely.
that you want to live in, not something that you have to live in. So what have you done here that makes it somewhere that people want to live?
Because it's a new build, it is, very economical to heat, and it's got good facilities here. And it's also, there's communal areas so people can meet and have, coffee or, meet up together, as well as, having their own front door and having their own privacy as well. And there's care staff around as well, so that they can come and give them some care if that's what's required. I think, going forward, people want their own space. They want their own front door and own facilities and everything, something that's good and easy to heat and to look after. But they also want the opportunities to socialise and mix with other people too. And that's important when you get older, because you can become quite isolated, and there's staff here that can support you too. So it is about being aspirational. It's not just saying, well, we need flats for older people, so we'll build some flats. We want something that people want to move to, because it's a positive thing, not because we want their house, their family house.
Yeah.
It's a win-win
Get
for
out.
everyone, hopefully.
Get out, we need your space.
Yeah, yeah.
What about this space that we're in here? This is a great area for sort of socialising. Tell us a story about this.
Well, this when people live in family homes, they felt, well, we're losing our garden if we move into a flat, and gardening's an important aspect for people. It helps with mental health and getting out in the fresh air. And we wanted to make sure that there was an outside space which was safe, where people could come and just, sit and reflect, or also to meet with people. I know it's not so great in the winter months, but certainly in the summer months, people can come up here and have a coffee or speak to their people, as well as do a little gardening as well, keep their hands in the soil and, appreciate really all the good things that are about being outside as well. And it's safer because, it's away from other people as well.
So, and this is effectively an allotment.
Yeah.
But it might not be obvious to viewers, but we're on the rooftop of a four-storey building. Yeah?
That's right. Yeah. So it makes it more safe. Because we've heard that sometimes people, if they're on the ground floor, things might get damaged by other people, or pot plants and things might be taken. But here, we have lifts, so people don't have to come upstairs. They can come up, if they're on a different floor, quite easily. The accessibility is very important, and that they can come and spend some time here. But also, encourage them to make use of the green space and the outside space as well. Well, there's lots of other facilities as well. We made sure that we had Wi-Fi put into the building and into the communal areas, because sometimes, generationally, young people don't want to come and visit grandma or grandpa, but because of Wi-Fi, they can actually still be on their phones or on their devices as well, and it encourages them to come in as well as kind of keeping that connectivity for older people too, because they do use tablets and things to keep in contact with their families if they're not local to them. So that was an important aspect and something that's not always considered, I think. And also on this space, we've got some room for people to have barbecues, for example, so families can come up and spend some time outside in the summer months as well and enjoy the facilities.
You've even had
up here.
Concerts up here.
I believe so. Yes. Yes. So that's good that that there's things that are active, and that people enjoy that too. Hello, Bev. Can you tell me a little bit about who you are and where you lived before you moved to Brodie Court?
Yeah, I'm Bet Phillips, and I lived in Simon's Green. Yeah, I lived in Simon's Green. I had a 3-bedroom bungalow.
Right.
Because I had a daughter with learning disability, and I lived there for 46 years.
And when did you move here to Brodie Court?
13th of December.
Right, so you've been here a little while now.
Well, yeah, but it was touch and go at first because I'm very independent. And I got the letter, as I said.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know. Well, I'm going to be 90 next year as well, you know, and I thought, moving, it's a bit of a thing to do. And I thought, I don't know. Anyway, my son said, Mum, he said, I'd love you to sort of like move. He said, I know you love your singing and you love to be with people. And I do belong to a couple of clubs and that as well. And anyway, I thought, I don't know. Well, I came up here 3 times and then I made my mind up and I thought, So since I've been here, it's really great. And I thought, if there's no music, because I used to sort of sing around the clubs and that years ago.
Yeah.
And there's Jim, who's just sort of like going in the lift now. He sort of was sitting playing his guitar. I'd only been here a few days. And I went and sat by him and I started singing and that. And he went, oh, you can sing. I said, I'm great now. I'm happy.
Oh,
I really
good.
now. And I sort of like get everybody involved with their singing, what Jim does on a Tuesday afternoon. And I belong to the Irish Club.
Oh, yes.
And I sort of gather them up about every once or 2 months and get the taxis and take them there. And then,
Excellent.
there's so much going on here as well.
Tell us a bit about your flat. What do you like about your flat here?
It's so compact. It's compact. There's not much. I've got the 2-bedroom flat, you know, and once I was just offered the one and I said no because I was giving up a 3-bedroom bungalow. And it really is. And I love to see trees. And I mean, I'm an outlook on trees. And, I've got the cars going past and the hearse, and I go, no, not today. Not today.
You're not ready today.
No, I'm not ready today, or for a few years yet, so there's so much going on. And it's, as I said, it's so compact and that as well. And, I just love it here. And I've made so many friends. And
Good.
there's a couple I work with, and there's a couple who looked after my daughter when she went to Leyden House.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, I really am happy here now.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Beth. Thank you.
Yeah, the crowd, they're lovely people in that here as well. And you've got some, I worked in a care home for 28 years, and my son said, when you move in there, Mum, forget the care. But I'm going visiting people and, talking to them and that as well. Some of them are down, but, come on, we'll have a sing-song.
Yeah,
And as I said, I'd love you to mention Jim, the one who started all this up and that here now as well. It's like a hotel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, friends phone me up and they go, we've been around there and we can't find it, And they said, I can only see a hotel. I said, no, that's where I'm living here. Have you won the lottery?
Well, thank you very much, Beth, for speaking to me today. I'm so pleased everything's going well for you here.
Yeah.
See you again. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Jackie, Ash, this is about more than just building some flats, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, Toby. So from the outset, Jackie and members set a target for us to create a community space that's viable. And so that means people want to live here, but it's a place that we can afford to deliver as well. And so looking at the economics of the situation, what we try to do is maximise the revenue income. Councils up and down the country are struggling with revenue income. So previously here, there were 4 shops, 2 were let, 2 were empty, because there was an underutilised neighbourhood centre. And that actually brought the street scene down as well, because the 2 shops that were shut had the shutters down all the time. So when we did our market research, and with the new density of housing we brought in here, we knew there would be demand for shops. So we canvassed what kind of shops. So we've actually created 7 new shops here. And the rent roll has increased 7-fold. So whereas it was around 28,000, it's closer to 200,000 now, and the covenant's a lot stronger. So we met Jackie's challenge to us about delivering schemes that, one, people want to live in, but schemes that we can afford today and tomorrow.
And there's a community centre as well that was here before, wasn't there, Jackie? And you've managed to replace that?
Yes, that's right. There was a community centre, and it was important to the community that was replaced. And we've got some space here, and we're actually looking at a community cafe that's going to be a healthy cafe. So they not only provide, refreshments, the usual type of refreshments and healthy food, but also classes like yoga, Pilates, and also attract people like cyclists that come to the area too, so that it's something a bit more vibrant, but also a useful community space that community can use and can hire as well.
I'll make sure on my next cycle trip through here, I'll make sure that we make a stop at the cafe.
We're delighted to see you here, Toby.
And contribute to the, £40,000 revenue that you're going to get out of that community centre as well.
Absolutely.
So it's also revenue generating.
That's right. It's important that we kind of look at revenue, because as Ash says, we're always struggling around the money side of things, but we do look at all of those aspects, because we do realise that it's important. But it's also important to provide a useful facility for the community that people will use and will find of benefit to them as well.
Jackie, thank you so much for playing your part in getting 1.5 million new homes built.
Thank you for coming to Stevenage, Toby, and we look forward to building more houses here.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
So that's it for another episode of 1.5 million new homes, the local government challenge, sponsored by Redloft and Bugler Developments. We're going to be back in a few days with more from Stevenage Borough Council, but until then, please click like and subscribe, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.